Good morning. It is day 16 of the federal trial against Sean Diddy Combs. This is what we know thus far. Judge rules that exhibits used during Jane's testimony won't be shown on video to protect her identity. If you recall yesterday, I told you how the last witness that testified under the pseudonym of Maya, there were outlets that released her identity. People are horrific. The exhibits admitted into evidence during Jane's testimony will not be shown on the video feeds for the public. Jane, one of Combs' accusers, who is using a pseudonym during his trial, is expected to take the stand later today. Judge Arun Subramaniam granted the request yesterday from prosecutor Maureen Comey, who said it would help avoid the risk of Jane's identity being revealed. Comey said there's going to be a significant amount of exhibits, including text message threads, shown to the jury during her testimony. Brianna Bongolan, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is expected to be called to the witness stand later today and has been brought into the courtroom in order to invoke her Fifth Amendment right not to self-incriminate. She'll testify under an immunity order like George Kaplan and Eddie Garcia. Judge Subramaniam will sign an immunity order compelling her to testify. Bongolan is expected to testify today after Frank Piazza, a forensic video expert. Frank Piazza took the stand. Assistant U.S. Attorney Madison Smizer began questioning Piazza for the government. Piazza is a forensic audio and video editor. Piazza said he's being paid $295 per hour for his work on this case. The expert witness says he typically works with defense attorneys more often than prosecutors. Piazza said he does not have knowledge of the case itself, but reviewed cell phone videos, surveillance footage, and sex videos. Before Piazza took the stand, the jury saw messages from Combs and one of his security guards called D-Rock from September of 2015. In those messages, Combs was directing D-Rock to talk to two people, a shorty he referred to as G, and Cassie Ventura. Combs told D-Rock what to say according to the messages read aloud in court. In one message, Combs told D-Rock to ask G if they're broken up. Combs told D-Rock to act like Combs was serious and to inquire about what was happening, the messages showed. D-Rock responded and reported that she said Combs didn't want to talk to her anymore, but that she still wanted to see him. In other messages, Combs asked that what Ventura was doing and told D-Rock to stay on top of her. Piazza testified that the surveillance footage of the March 5, 2016 incident recovered from the Intercontinental Hotel system was not manually altered. He said he slowed the footage to real time because a technical file conversion process had inadvertently sped up the video. Piazza testified that the timestamps in the surveillance footage do not always accurately reflect the actual time of day. The jury viewed the video for at least the eighth time since the beginning of the trial. At the government's request, forensic video expert Frank Piazza compiled video clips to track the movement of individuals inside the events. He inserted a black screen between clips to indicate when the camera angle or video clip changes. The jury watched the compilation. Assistant U.S. Attorney Madison Smizer walked through the video compilation clip by clip, having Piazza describe the actions of Combs, Ventura, and eventually security officer Israel Flores, who responded to the scene. We'll have more updates in part 2, which will be tagged in the comments. Part 2. The video compilation finished. The forensic video expert Frank Piazza said the compilation used all of the available footage he had. He confirmed that none of the videos showed signs of tampering and that they were reliable depictions of what the hotel surveillance system captured. Piazza testified that he enhanced 10 sex videos that were recovered from a laptop. Prosecutors said that Ventura turned the laptop over to the government. The videos, originally recorded in 2012 and 2014, were recovered from the Frank Black user profile on the laptop. Prosecutor Madison Smizer said as she entered the videos into evidence under seal. Keep in mind that Frank Black is one of the aliases used by Combs primarily when making hotel reservations. Piazza also enhanced the audio on another sexually explicit video. Smizer's direct examination of Piazza completed. Defense attorney Tenny Garagos cross examined Piazza after a short break with the court. Piazza said he received the surveillance footage of the 2016 Intercontinental Hotel altercation from prosecutors. When asked, Piazza said he didn't know where prosecutors got the footage. Garagos reviewed the surveillance video clips, focusing on time codes that jump instead of advancing second by second in real time. If you go back to the video just before this, you can click on the comment. Piazza already explained that, the timestamps aren't always reliable. She described the time code changes with phrases like jump and missing time, suggesting it almost appears as if the video times was cut. Piazza explained that motion triggers a timestamp change in this camera system. Although a person might be visible in the frame, the motion-activated cameras do not update the timestamp until they detect distinct movement. A video compilation of the 2016 altercation at the Intercontinental Hotel used footage from a few surveillance cameras that showed different angles of the incident. Tenny Garagos pointed out that the surveillance cameras don't all have the same timestamps. Fred Piazza testified that the cameras were not linked to the same internal clock, but he said he was able to sync the footage based on overlapping events. That's what we know at this point. As more updates come through, of course, I'm going to bring them to you. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments.